Hey-ya, hey. Hey-ya, hey. Hey-ya, hey-oh. Hey-ya, na. Hey-ya, na. Hey-ya, na. Na-he-ba. Na-he-ba. Na-va-hi-ya-shi. Kundine. Na-he-ba. It's a welcoming home song. And we're welcoming home the salmon. We're at Kokanee Glacier National Park in British Columbia, Turtle Island. And here the salmon are coming, the landlocked salmon are coming up the Kokanee Lake and into, the Kootenay Lake and into the Kokanee River here, heading up towards the Kokanee Glacier. So it's amazing that salmon can come from the ocean. These ones are landlocked because of dams, but that salmon can come from the ocean, end up in lakes, and then travel as far up as the glaciers, or as far up as they can towards them. So welcome to Bodhisattva YouTube. Bodhisattva YouTube is where we collectively, in unity, find a focus towards a golden age of peace and harmony amongst a sacred relationship, a sacred hoop of life amongst all species on our planet, living on a planet in well-being among the seasonal cycles in an annual flux. So here I did a video in the past about the gating of the river. They've built these channels for the landlocked salmon, the Kokanee salmon, the redfish. They've built these channels to improve the breeding, and apparently it's worked. They have a 60% more successful breeding rate now that they've built these channels. And they don't keep these fences up, they do remove them, and it's to keep the bulls, the healthy males, from going all the way upstream where the breeding females don't make it up to. So it's to kind of corral them and to increase breeding. So apparently it's working, and I'm happy. If it's working and increasing the salmon's breeding, that I'm happy. I'm very heartfelt about returning the relationship of the skies and the mountain rivers and valleys and oceans relationship, their cycle, the ocean to skies, to the rains, to the mountains, to the rivers, to the valleys, back to the oceans, and returning that cycle to the keystone species of the oceans that supply us with the life force, the land dwellers, all land dwellers of the four-legged and the two-legged and the winged and other species of the finned and the tailed that live in the waters, that supply all life with nutrients and life force. So these really are a keystone species. The salmon are a keystone species, and they are part of our sacred hoop of life. And we want to return the cycle of life force from the oceans to the skies, to the high rivers, to the mountain valleys, to the lower land valleys, all the way to the oceans, returning that sacred hoop of relationship and life force upon our planet into right relationship. So we need to remove all the dams on our planet. And to do that, we need to use more natural resources and ways of harnessing energy, so our temples themselves can harness energy from the environments around them without altering them, without changing them. And that is key. That is key, and that is key for the keystone species. And they're In metaphysical teachings, there are no coincidences in how our language has developed and evolved. And it's no coincidence that these incredible species here below me, swimming around me, I don't know if you're getting any views of their fins on the surface of the water, are known as a keystone species to us as well and all other species around them. They provide all of us with life and bring us all together in sacred unity, in a healthy and harmonious way of life upon our planet within its cycles, within a cosmos, our astral cycles of our planet within a cosmos. So very, very important species. And this is a sacred prayer. We have raven flying over for our sacred prayer. That we as a species will come together, as a human species will come together like the fish that swim in schools, that we can move as a school, that we can move as a flock, that we can move as a herd, as one species with one collective vision, and that is our rainbow vision. To the children of the world, the rainbow vision is not about sexuality, it's not about genders, all right? There's a big movement going on our planet, and we're not going to get into that, but surely even those who have chosen different genders other than the common two will tell you that it is largely to do with their own sexuality and their freedom of expression of their sexuality, and that gender shouldn't be an issue within our schools and within our families. This is something that is very personal to the individual as a human soul or spirit, and their individual expression of that out into the world as they become an adult, and their freedom to express that. So it's not a issue for schools or society. It's something very personal for the individual. And a rainbow vision that our ancestors had for our world is about how we see life and the reverence for life we hold within all things. It's about a spectrum of light that exists within all things, that connects all things into oneness, and developing a vision and understanding to live in that reverence and see it within your own vision and eyes, the light of creation within all things, the rainbow serpent, the kundalini, the light Merkaba, the sacred geometry, the divinity, the God essence, whatever it is in your own personal expression. This is what the rainbow vision of our all ancestors of all Earth's people at our roots hold for us all as the people today, within the skies, within the clouds, within the stars. They are there watching over us and holding that vision, knowing that all people it is our birthright to live within that harmony upon this planet, and it is our birthright to obtain that vision in true understanding. So that is our prayer for today, here with the salmon, here at a sacred confluence where rivers meet and share nutrients from mountains to valleys, where life force moves from one valley to the next, and where the sacred hoop of life, the confluences, where all the other animals rejoice and receive that life force. We, as a species, are part of that cycle and can receive that life force in harmony with all other species in true understanding. And this is the sacred hoop that creation has made for us to live in true understanding, and for all of us to enjoy in harmony. So it is the vision of the rainbow is the power of peace, to live in the power of peace. And that's what our grandparents, that's what our elders all hold for us in eternal life. They hold that vision and watch over us, and they want you in your birthright to know what that feels like and to understand, true understanding of life upon this planet, and to live in that power, to live in that harmony. And that is the rainbow vision and the power of peace that we can all live in and obtain. We've come a long ways in our history, and there's a lot of healing to do. We've done a lot of injustices to the animal kingdoms. The slaughtering of the buffalo is a great example of a great injustice we did to the spirits of the animal kingdom. And that pain is still there. And we've done the same injustices to each other in tribes. So there's a lot of healing to go that needs to take place upon our planet. And now is a time that it is ready to take place upon our planet. We are ready as a species to live in a greater harmony and understanding of our history collectively in unity as one people in that power of peace and harmony upon our planet. And today is the prayer, the seed, that it is taking root and growing and coming to fruition in a new way of life upon our planet, and a new language birthing within sacred geometry, the sacred language of light, and new technologies birthing from the ancient wisdom that has been left upon our planet in megalithic temples. The anomalies that have been left, now affirmations today are coming forward from that ancient seeding. The affirmations are finally rebirthing and new technologies are coming forward. Our hearts and minds are opening. So let this be an inspiration to you all. Let this be an inspiration to you all. May you feel the power of the salmon who swim upstream from the oceans and have the potential to make the glaciers in the high mountains within the sacred cycle of the ocean skies and mountains and rivers and valleys. May you feel that power. May you feel the power of the astral cycles of our planet and that power of its timing to know when all things are ready to take place and when life is ready to be given and received. May we all feel that power again together, and may we all live within the humility of its wisdom and its timing. Aho, Wonkan Tonka, the great mystery. We live by its timing, and we live in its heart space. And we live together in that heart space, sharing. I'm very proud of my people who care for the salmon, who are doing their best with these sacred valleys and the confluences that meet in the landlocked salmon that are trapped due to our past damming that was wrong. And that we are coming together as a people and doing our best to make sure this sacred species swimming below me can flourish in their mating and bring about their greatest potential possible for our next season and cycle of life, so their children may come forward stronger than before. And may we live by an example of them, that we need to be strong, that we need to interact with our mountains. Brush clearing around our towns, creating new temples for each other and for greater purposes. In that relationship, in that regard, that we need to interact with nature and take part of it in small ways. Not big ways, not industrial ways, but in small ways that are in balance and in harmony. So this is a very special day for me. And I hope this is a very special day for all of creation. And you feel the power, this maternal power of this keystone species who have migrated here to enrich our lives and enrich the lives of the lakes and the rivers, and send nutrients and their life force to the ocean to return once again the next year. This is an example of the power of creation and how to live in right relationship. And I'm getting some confirmations. So this might make rumble of when I get around to it, but again, this is Bodhisattva YouTube. This is Bodhisattva YouTube, where we collectively focus our intentions in forming a golden age, the power of peace, the rainbow vision, the sacred hoop of life returning to Mother Earth. So please share this prayer. Please share and subscribe, so my voice and this vision can be heard, for more people to hear the articulation of the ancestors of these lands and these species speaking through another brother. Please share, please subscribe and like. Thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you again. Aho! Wonkantonka. Satnam. Namaste. Kealoha. Amen. Om. All history is a cycle meant to bring us back into understanding of that place of harmony and well-being and living in good, loving relationship with creation and each other. Amama, Uanoa.